Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. Welcome to the show, you beautiful people.
Hey now.
How is everybody doing today?
Hope you're doing good.
That wasn't rhetorical. I want every one of you to answer me right now. Every one of you, tell me how you're doing right now.
Please text Lucas at 931-261.
Text them.
Speaking of that number, one like it. I was approached by our buddy Thad this week, and he texted me and said, health department story, ?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember me telling that really ridiculous health department story about the two nurses last week? And said, well, that's what Thad Johnson told me. Yeah. I want to clarify that was absolutely Thad Johnson that was in that story. No, it's just kidding. Now, to my best of my knowledge, Thad has never been in a health department setting with two nurses looking at,
any of it. He may not have.
I don't know that.
He may not know where any of them are.
As
far as we know, he's never seen one.
If Thad and I weren't such good friends, I would possibly be getting sued for slander right now.
Yeah.
Here's
the thing.
So thank you, Thad, for not taking me to the ring.
We don't know what he's done.
I do know a little bit. I don't care to gossip about it. I'll tell him. I've got 5 stories I tell on Thad right now.
Yeah.
Love to. You want to hear them?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. You're lucky, Thad. You're lucky nobody wants to hear them because I'm here for it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've got the platform. Thad doesn't. Thad knows
I would
stories
say
on me.
It's not fair on that side, right?
It's not. He could put it on his Instagram story and 67 people might see it. Guess what?
We're gonna more people's gonna
more people's gonna hear it on here. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Right.
Because Instagram stories, nobody really ever looks at your Instagram story, especially if you start talking. People just gonna hit that click. I ain't talking about Thad. I'm talking about anybody. I can get on there right now and start telling a story.
And nobody's gonna listen to it.
They're gonna hit boom, 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 get off the story and get to the next person who has more interesting than me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just facts. So Thad, you want to go there? We can do it.
I don't think Thad's done any of this.
I'll go there with you. I know your story. I know your deep, dark secrets.
Thad, I apologize that you got into a fight, one-sided fight, and you just lost it.
Anyway.
I just want you to know I am on your team, whether you're still mad at me or not. And I love you.
Yeah. Fantastic. So let's get a big enough break. Pause all that filth we just went through to say all this. Congratulations to our Clay County Bulldogs bringing home their very first Class A state championship in boys basketball.
Great job, guys. And it was a good tournament, too. Like, they played good basketball.
Absolutely.
They had one quarter that they took off, and they come back and, just mollywopped them after that.
Mollywopped them. It's, my favorite description of a basketball game every time is mollywopped.
Poleaxed. You just keep talking. I'm going to come up with some more as you talk.
It's the first time I've ever heard either one of those phrases in my entire 37 years on this planet. So yeah, do you want to educate me some more before we go on?
Well, I had one more in my head, and I forgot. You know how a word will come into your head, but it just flies right out the other side? That's what
my vocabulary isn't hardly as detailed as yours, and it's refined.
Mine has gotten really bad, really poor.
Well, good. You've been hanging out, and it's because you don't get out and see anything.
I know. I thought about that today. I was literally driving down the road and thinking, hey, what's happened to my vocabulary? Am I getting dumber? Yes. And then I thought, yes, it's possible that I may be getting dumber.
We all get dumber as we get older a little bit.
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, you forget stuff. You've killed burns.
I've killed burn cells.
Yeah. See, I can't even speak the English language.
Yeah.
I am actually from Kentucky now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
This is the last day of the show.
Yeah. So I'm more impressed about that story. You were actually out of the house driving somewhere.
That's true.
So
That's true.
proud of you.
Yeah.
So can we get back on task here?
Yes, Clay County Bulldogs. Congratulations, boys.
They started off really. They started like 14-2, down 14-2, and I thought, man, this is not looking good. But they. One thing I've noticed about that team, especially in the tournament, and it was communicated several times, the grittiness of this team.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
For a bunch of juniors, one senior,
right,
and a whole team of juniors, that's a gritty team.
I don't. I said it all year as we've played them. Jackson County played them 3 times, and with a chance to have actually beat them in Salina the very first time, and Jackson County fell apart at the end on free throws. The other 2 times they handled us easily. I honestly didn't think the starting 5 of this Bulldogs team was possibly as good as the starting 5 from the state runner-up, a few years ago with Tyree Key's kid. Yeah, with Tyree Key's team. I thought that those 5 guys, I think they were state championship material as well.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely do believe that. I think they, whatever happened at the end of that game, they didn't finish. I think this should have been the second team. But what did happen here, you got to give it to Grant Strong, first and foremost, a hell of a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out and averages, he was averaging 32 in the first 2 games. I can't remember. I'm sorry for what he ended up with. He ended up with 29, 30 points in the championship. He's all-around player, man.
Mm-hmm. He's a very good player.
You're talking 6'4", 6'5". Of course, we
handle the ball.
We know Tracy was a stud up until a few years ago. I mean, Tracy was still playing in pickup ball leagues just, a handful of years ago, right? And Matt Marlowe, obviously, in the family, Matt was a good player. But I remember Grant, he's played, just like most of that team, has played from such an early age.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's on the boards. He's averaging 30 whatever a game, but he's averaging 8, 9, 10 boards. He's getting assists, gets to the free throw line. He's all around. For whatever reason, it don't seem like he made the headlines. Like Tyreek took over the headlines in that state tournament, right?
Mm-hmm. And Tyreek was trending on Twitter at that point in time
for breaking records,
right?
But now Grant, as he was approaching the game the other night, like towards the end of the game, they said he was approaching like the top 5 or 6 total point performances.
Well, right here, Grant Strong, named Class A Mr. Basketball, finished the game with a double-double, scoring 29 points and grabbing 10 rebounds, and averaged 31 points over the Bulldogs' 3 state tournament wins.
Well, let's just put in perspective how damn good of a tournament Tyreek had, right? Because tell me those averages, and
that's huge.
And and he's got another year.
Yeah,
that's right. That's the great thing. What the optimism in the future holds for Clay County. There, they get to enjoy this for another year. As we just have one senior, and the senior, man, you talking about stepping up in a big way. Gunner Silk.
Gunner had a good game too. Let me get back to it. Gunner had 19 points and three three-pointers.
Yeah, and the thing with Gunner, just from what I saw, and of course it was limited what I got to see of Clay County this year because of COVID, of course. So I just seen them 3-4 games. The 3 games we played them. Gunner's not always there offensively,
right?
And it's not because he's not capable, but he spends so much effort on defense. I heard Coach Edwards say it, just gritty. And man, he's like, it don't matter who the best player was, he's guarding them a lot. And, and I was happy to see him. I always loved watching his older brother Gavin play. And Gunner just, man, he is gritty. I mean, like he's in there, he's taking charges, he's guarding the full length of the court. So I was happy to see he kind of took over that fourth quarter a little bit. He hit a 3-pointer, he drove in a couple layups there. And I just love the heart that he plays with. And it reminds me of, like his uncle Daniel that played with us. I mean, they're kind of the same. Daniel was always kind of ripped up and just the same kind of build. But man, the passion that Gunner showed on the ball court, I was very happy for him. And I mean, they had, and I was happy for his parents. I love his dad, Sonny. He just, I congratulate. I sent him a text on Sunday or a message on Facebook. You're just happy for these kids. You see them from such a small age. I remember refereeing a junior pro league. Grant Strong when he was 6th grade, and he was dominating in 6th grade.
Right. Well, and nobody. It's the first one in the school's history.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Think about the talent that has went through that school, and many of the parents. Kelly Spivey, Grant Strong. But you talk about Joey Coe, Jeff Arms. So many of the guys that were talented throughout the 2000s to be the first state championship in school history. On top of the girls who, won after a couple silver balls there in the trophy case. They finally got the gold ball in 2012.
Yeah.
Has
it been that long ago already?
Yeah. It just popped up. So, and the girls were there again in the state tournament this year with Coach Matt Walker. I'm really happy for Coach Rob Edwards, I have to say. Rob has absolutely killed it in Salina.
He's done a fantastic job.
I think, and I just love that dude. His personality, he's easygoing.
Mm-hmm.
He's, I think he took over probably in 2000, something like that. And they just renamed the court and the gym. And I apologize for not having it in front of me, but Joe Sims got the honor and Rob got the other on. They named the court after one and the gym after the other. And I'm sorry, like I said, I don't know which is which, but I mean, they both deserve it. I mean,
yeah.
Now they are the head coaches of the 2 state champions in the school history. And Rob will take a player, to me, from what I see on the outside looking in, everybody buys into that system.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew they had their superstar in Graham, but everybody had that role. Jeffrey Spivey stepped up and hit big shots. Gavin, the arms kid, who to me in the post, he's built like a man down there, and a young man. I just think they've got everything. Somebody's going to step up in Gunner's role. But what I was getting at is that Rob gets the most out of players each year, year in, year out. He has a system. He gets his players to buy into that system, and they're gritty as hell, and I love watching it.
It's a good team so far,
Yeah, I mean,
there's talking about Tyreek's team and this team,
I told people, they asked me, they said, "Where's this team?" I was like, I think the team might have been better
together
4 years ago. I did think that. Watching them, I watched them many more times though. That might be my ignorance because I didn't get to watch this team much this year because of COVID. But I mean, they impressed the heck out of me.
I would think the team, like working together as a team, this team was a little bit better.
Maybe so. I don't. But Tyreek was unselfish back then.
Yeah, he was. He was a very, very good player.
But it's great. It's great for little towns. Yeah. And you know what the thing about Salina is, or Gainesboro, or Herman Springs? I mean, they're going to be living that.
Oh, yeah.
Like they are the state championship team. How many times that happened in a little town where you got a graduate from 1986 or, from whatever school, they're still, like I laugh when I see Friday Night Lights or Varsity Blues or something like you go get that ring. You got that guy that's 32 talking to the kids. Go get that ring, boy.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. They take off their state championship ring. I mean, that reminds me so much of Salina or Gainesboro, because that's all we have in these little towns, right?
So sometimes,
I mean,
sometimes that's all you get.
And I'm not making fun of it.
Oh,
I'm
no.
That these boys are going to be put on a pedestal. Hey, let me tell you something. Grant Strong or Gavin Silk, or Gunner Silk, I'm sorry. They better never have to pay for a cheeseburger Ollie's the rest of their life.
Right.
Rob Edwards, they better name a cheeseburger after Rob Edwards at Ollie's.
Yeah.
I better go up to Del Hollow One Stop and they better have a barbecue plate named after Rob Edwards after this. All right? Put my man on a plate on a menu somewhere.
Even put his name on, put his picture on the menu.
Well, I don't know if we need to put his picture
Let's
on
put his picture
Rob
on.
ain't that good looking now.
He's
Rob's
not.
a good looking man now, but I don't know if I want to see his face on the menu.
Well, good job, boys. That was... it was a proud moments for everybody in Clay County. It was a lot of fun to watch, and
as a half Hermitage Springer and now a full-time Jackson County Blue Devil, it pains me to say it. Congratulations,
boys!
Congratulations in all seriousness.
And with as many of the team coming back next year, you think great things may be in the works for next year. There'll be a lot of attention on that team next year.
Yeah, I think Rob, they said that in the post-game interview with Rob. And
He said, probably just let us get through today first, maybe.
Yeah, let us enjoy today and let's not worry about it. But I am happy for him, man, Rob. And then, my cousin, Meadows, Andrew.
Yeah.
Forgot my own Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew and Jenkins and Matt Walker all on the staff there. I know they put in a lot of time there with Rob. So congratulations, everybody. We're proud of you, boys.
Good job.
We still recording?
Yeah, we're
still doing this
on,
podcast thing. All right. So, what are you gonna talk about? You know what I'm sad about basketball season ending and there's no football? It means baseball season's here.
You know what I've been really watching a lot of highlights
of
baseball. I've been watching a lot of baseball highlights.
That's the only way to watch baseball.
It is.
First and foremost.
Here's the thing. Yadier Molina is probably one of the most exciting catchers to watch I've ever seen.
That's exciting and catcher don't usually go hand in hand. You know that.
Right. But he has a rocket on his arm. You cannot. It is. Hey, don't try to take second. You don't want it. You don't want it as bad as what he wants to get you out. And he will absolutely come up firing at anybody. We got pinpoint laser accuracy.
You know, I love your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I can't get excited for it. I'd love to be able to pretend to get in this conversation and love what you're talking about. I hate baseball.
Yeah. Hey, I can't tell you who they were playing. I don't know what any of the people's names were that slid in. I don't know what the score of the game was. You know what I liked? Watching Yadier throw that
out.
Yadier. Way. What's the name of the letter? Yadier. They call him Yachty. I just love watching him pick those guys off going to second base. Yeah. Or picking somebody off at first base that's like lollygagging around thinking that they're going to maybe I'm going to steal second, maybe not.
I hate this conversation.
It's fantastic.
I wish you pretend to quit liking it right now. I don't know what in the hell you've been watching.
Highlights. Yachty's highlights.
Next time you think you want to watch baseball highlights, get on YouTube and type in Ken Griffey Jr. swing, and we'll talk about that. Because
I'll watch that. I might watch that tonight.
You know how people say, I stopped watching basketball with Jordan. I stopped watching NASCAR with Dale Jr. died, or Dale Earnhardt died. That's two weeks in a row I've tried to kill Dale Jr. And then I ain't watched wrestling since Stone Cold, people say, right? Uh-huh. I've not watched baseball since Ken Griffey Jr. left the Mariners to go to the Reds. Who cares?
I've not watched a baseball game since I was wearing Ken Griffey Jr.'s shoes.
You're more likely, I will go watch Monterey play baseball before I ever care about the MLB, ever. Because Monterey's got such a nice setup up there.
It is nice.
If I went to high school right now, I'd transfer to Monterey just because how nice their facility is. They got good soundtracks. They play Tupac. At their middle school football game, I was there, they played Tupac.
Man.
What are we playing? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
Not Tupac.
Jock Jams.
Yeah.
2008.
So, I just hate baseball. I do have 2 baseball shirts, though. I'm pretty, I don't know how many.
Oh, I was about to light you up. I thought you was going to say something about having collectors memorabilia shit that you trade.
No. But I did sell, I want to say that I don't have many NBA clothes other than I guess I got a couple Grizzlies shirts. But I do own a Tampa Bay Rays T-shirt because like in the 3rd year we were on vacation in Tampa, I told Lindsay, I said, we're pretty much diehard Tampa Bay Ray fans because we get our 7-Eleven has $7.11 tickets. We can get those. Then we moved down closer to the field because nobody in Tampa goes to the Rays games.
Right.
So I'm like 3rd year, I'm like, hey, we're pretty diehard Tampa Bay Rays fans here.
Every time we come.
Let's go down here to the sports mall and get us a T-shirt. And they're like wanting $32.99. I said, I don't love them that much.
Yeah.
So I went to the old
T-shirt. Say, let me get 3 of them for it.
Where do you go when you want something cheap? You go to TJ Maxx. Of
course.
And of course, TJ Maxx, you know what they've got? They've got like
last year's.
Well, they've got like South Pole over here. They've got FUBU.
Echo.
I don't know if you saw me. I'm not much in the market for some South Pole, right?
Right.
But what else they have? Tampa Bay Rays, baby. $5.99 for a Nike T-shirt.
Let me get that.
So I got 2 of them. Man. Yeah. One for me, one for Lindsay. Spoiled her, put a Rays shirt on her.
Yeah.
And, we're there. We're down the third base line. We're cheering on the Rays. Do I know any players? No. Did I buy a program? No. But we're
Did you stay for the whole 12-hour game?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Who does?
I was already back at the condo watching those stupid highlights you're talking about.
Yeah.
But then I went the other day and bought me a Montreal Expo shirt.
I couldn't tell you right now who Yachty plays for, by the way. He could play for Tampa Bay as far as I know. You might have watched him play.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
And we're going to have people attacking us. James Rings, I know, is going to tell us where he plays at.
Right.
Who he played for, Charles Barkley. But, I don't care. And I bought me an Expo shirt because that was my joke when everybody was always like, how do you not like baseball? I'm like, dude.
Easily.
When they took the Expos out of Montreal, it ripped my heart. Right? My heart's not been right since they took the Expos out of Montreal. Do we care about Washington Nationals? No. Because they're the Montreal Expos to me.
Always will be.
So a shirt popped up on Fanatics the other day, and Mackie said, you're a pussy if you don't get it. And
so
I said, well, $32.99. I'll pay that on the Fanatic because I had fan cash. I didn't pay that much when I got fan cash. Well, read a book. I don't know what to tell you.
Is that in a book?
Yeah, Fanatics on the website.
Stupid.
Sorry. So I got it. I got 2 baseball shirts.
Well, great.
About as interesting as your highlight story, right?
Yeah.
I just told you a story that you don't care about.
And I told you one, so now we're even.
It's because that's what happens when you start talking baseball.
It is. Oh, my God. I just realized what happened. We tried to discuss baseball.
Holy hell. Your brother-in-law's going to be happy.
He loved it, probably.
So, take a break for a second.
Well, we're about done. About done for the night. I'm gonna have to get in here in just a minute.
Yeah, we've been putting out a lot of podcasts here lately.
Yeah, that's great.
I just sent a message to somebody like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Podcasting." And I was like, "Dang, y'all on it this is like the 6th one this month."
Well, we went 6 months without one, so that so
interviews in the archive with Ward Davis, Addison Johnson, Georgia Smith, and tonight Chad Withrow from formerly Midday 180.
Now 104.5 The Zone.
104.5 The Zone now with Outkick 360 with Clay Travis.
Check it out.
We'll plug a couple things here on the way out. My friend, for all you wrestling nerds, my friend Carlos Huesca and his partners at Man Cave Inc. are hosting WWE Hall of Famer who just got announced the announcement today. Kane will be appearing at their shop in Mount Juliet. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Kane will be appearing at Man Cave Inc. on April 24th. That's Saturday, 7 to 9. Also, my friend Chad Flatt, who for years run Heroes and Legends Pro Wrestling memorabilia. Now he's got Music City Sorry. Inside joke here. So, not a Chad Flatt. Chad Flatt runs Music City Toys, and he has Dan Severn, UFC legend, coming into his shop May 1st, May 2nd. That's in Watertown.
That's a way back pullback.
That's throwback.
That's throwback right there. That's like UFC 1 or 2, maybe 2.
Dude, Chad Flatt is killing it. Like Chad Flatt had a stand in Cookeville Flea Market or 111 Flea Market for years selling sports cards. Then he moved to Cookeville Flea Market. And, Chad's been a guest on the show before, so he's big, man. In the basically, he does a lot of pro wrestling stuff, sells the heck out of some figures, and I mean, he makes jack on that. So he's built his business so big to where he's traveling the whole Southeast selling this stuff. So, it's been a dream of his to open a shop for a long time. So he's got him a little stop there in Watertown. May 1st, May 2nd, opening weekend, Music City Toys, and he will have Dan Severn in store doing an appearance. And then, that's
awesome.
That's like the original. That's the OG of UFC legends.
Yeah.
And then August 7th, I think it is, he'll have WWF tag team from the 80s and 90s, Demolition, Axe and Smash in there. So a couple of my buddies doing big things in the memorabilia business.
Yeah, I just want to look right here and see if he was in the first one or the second one. I believe he was in the first one. And there is I cannot think of what the guy's name is. He was fighting in Pride one time, and there's this awful, just absolutely awful video of him just like trading punches with. First fight was at UFC 4. Was my bad. There's just absolutely.
It's original enough.
Yeah, awful video of him like punching, just standing there trading shots with this guy over in Pride and over in Japan. It's like, oof.
He was a bad dude.
He's a bad dude.
And Chad tells me because Chad had a signing with Severn and Shamrock together. How cool was that? He's had Severn and Shamrock together.
Yeah.
And Shamrock's more reserved. He said Severn's a big cut up.
Yeah.
Which you never have. He's never brought that out in the light. As far as like in interviews and stuff, he's always been fairly dry.
They fought in UFC 6.
What year was that?
Oh, my God.
95?
97, maybe. 98.
Shamrock debuted in WWF at the time in 97. So it's before that.
Let me see. UFC 6 Clash of the Titans was 95.
Damn, I'm 95.
Good. Yeah.
Damn, I'm good.
Dan Severn versus Ken Shamrock. Ain't that wild?
A couple more things. Addison Johnson, who we did a heck of an interview with 2 weeks ago. You can go back and listen to that in the archives. He will be at the Bull and Thistle this Saturday night at 6 o'clock. I think he usually does a 6 to 9 o'clock time slot. And I can't get out of here without saying happy birthday to you if we don't come back in time. Your birthday is in 5 days, right?
I don't know. Is it?
Oh, my God.
What day is it?
You're one of those people like, how old are you? I don't know. I bet Luke.
Today is the 24th. 5 days.
Well, I'm a good friend, basically. Yeah. That's pretty much what you need to
know. It's not just your birthday that I don't remember. It's mine, too.
Yeah, well, you're one of those people that's like, hey, Lucas, what's your phone number? I don't know.
I never call it.
I never call it, so I don't know. I hate those people. If you're
you've been telling me that for a long time.
Well, so happy birthday to you. How old are you going to be?
I
know that.
36.
Yeah, I knew that. It was probably kind of rhetorical, but I wanted to give you a chance to speak because it's your birthday.
Well, there you go. I'll be 36.
It's my little
old
buddy.
as shit.
Well,
I'm falling apart at 36.
I hope you can look as good at 36 as I do at 37.
I do. I
right there.
Currently do.
Right there.
Currently got you.
I'm glad.
You know what being injured does? Packs on the pounds.
Yeah, I love it actually because you were starting to shape up a little bit, and I felt like hell every time I come down here with my 265, 75, 16 strapped on top of my buckle jeans here.
Gaining some weight, DK.
Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm.
You are. I've been this fat, really.
I'm gaining a little.
Realistically, I've been at this level.
Mm-hmm.
You actually you were starting like your arm was starting to get defined again, and it made me sick.
Yeah.
You come in here and flex on me, and it pissed me off more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, you know what I said? I said, I'm not a praying man necessarily, but one day when I left here, you pissed me off.
You prayed that I would get a torn pec or something, didn't you?
It was actually exactly. Is that what you're?
God, I hate you.
I said, dear Lord,
get that man a ruptured pec.
Lucas's ego is getting as big as his head.
You know what?
Can we rupture his pec next time he's a jiu-jitsu running around, sweating on men and guillotines?
You know what I'm gonna do?
Is it guillotine what you wear?
No, it's a gi. Is what
a guillotine is
a guillotine's what I'm gonna put you in as soon as my arm.
You would. I'll do it to you right now.
You don't even know how to do it.
But I watched Jerry the King Lawler enough to know how to do it.
Hey, yo.
Hey, and tomorrow is our cult favorite Bayless Kennedy's birthday.
Oh.
Big 5 years old to our favorite storyteller on the podcast, Chocolate Milk and Mississippi Cup.
Uh-huh. Birthday's right and left.
Don't ever make that face at me again.
This is just my face.
It's punchable. It's a punchable face, baby. It's a punchable face.
Most punchable face in the room.
All right. And
All right, everybody.
Do yourself a favor. Go listen to Post Malone's cover of Sturgill Simpson's down here on You Can Have the Crown. That's the song. Post, man. Hey, Post is
really good. He covered a lot of Nirvana back during whenever COVID first happened.
Yep.
It was really good.
His country covers also are better than anything. It's on country radio.
Almost. Yeah. Post is a really good musician, actually. He's a little weird, I don't listen to his music, but his covers are really good.
You know what it is? His face.
It's got a lot of tattoos on it.
I wish I could take credit for this, but I'm not that funny. I seen it said Post Malone's face looks like a second grade desk. People coloring all over.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny. I wish I could claim it. Anyway, thank you guys for listening, and see you guys next week here on the One Lane Road podcast.